All right, welcome to math class for those people who are sick and or have staples in their head. Today our objective is I can use the properties of equality to balance equations. When you get back to school, you will get down the topic 4 vocab, which is right here for you. Okay? And so we're going to start off by using a balance scale as our model for today's lesson. So go ahead and draw an example of that. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could be that right there. Okay. When you're finished getting an example of the balance beam drawn in your notes, I want you to do this. Yeah, you go ahead and do that too, wherever you are today. All right, that's enough. You're driving me crazy. All right, hands and eyes for this group. Look up here. E, look up here. So, about the properties of equality and the thing with this balance scale, what is this thing called? Balance. So what do we want it to do?
We want it to balance.
We want it to balance, okay? So we're going to be looking at the different properties of equality. So if I add if I add 5 grams to this side, what must I also do to this side?
Add 10 grams to that side.
If I added 5 grams, I should add 10 to this side?
No, I thought you said you added 10 grams to that side.
So if I had 5 grams to this side, I must add what to this side?
5 grams.
Okay, this is an example of addition property of equality. When you add the same amount to both sides of the equation, because I want to balance. So in the middle here, I've drawn an equation, or an equal sign, so I want you to draw that, because it's the equal sign that makes an equation an equation. Everyone say equal sign.
Equal sign.
Ella, say equal sign. E, sorry. Say equal sign. Sorry, person in the video. Alright, so I'm going to do another example of that. If I add 15 grams to this side, what must I also do to this side?
Add 15 grams.
Add 15 grams to this side. So that makes it equal. It's another example of the addition property of equality. Now, what about if I take 10 grams away from this side, what must I also do to this side?
Take 10 grams away from that side.
What example of equality is this? Okay, because I took 10 away from both sides, but now I currently have 10 grams on this side and 10 grams on this side. If I multiply this side, Maddie Mabe, if I multiply this side by 2, then how many grams would I have? I have 10 on this side, I multiply it by 2, how many would I have? I know, I keep saying the names, I'm sorry. I said her full name too. 20? Very good. So if I multiply this side by 2, what must I also do by this side? Multiply it by 2. So now I have 20 on both sides. That's an example of multiplication property of equality because I multiply it to the same side by the same number. So now if I divide this by 2, what must I do to the other side, Chance? Thanks, Chance. Or I must also divide this side by 2. Very good. And that makes them balanced. So I'm going to do... Yeah, thanks. I said everyone's name. All right, so now I'm going to use these as an example because sometimes it looks a little bit differently. So I currently have 10 grams on this side and 10 grams on this side. This is 1 gram and this is 1 gram. So I put those in there. That's plus 1 plus 1. I have 10 grams over here. This is 2 grams. So if I add that in there, do they balance? So 10 plus 1 plus 1, is that equal to 10 plus 2?
Yes.
Yes, because 10 plus 1 is 11, plus another one is 12, and 10 plus 2 is 12, and 12 and 12 equal each other. Very good. Now, if you're on the video, you're with us here, I want you to write down this problem right here. 5 plus 3 equals 8. In case you didn't see that, I'll bring you over here. 5 plus 3 equals 8. Okay, write that down for me. Chance, what does 5 plus 3 equal?
8.
5 plus 3 equals 8. Does 8 equal 8?
Yes.
Yes. I like to use this balance scale to make sure that things balance. So if I put 5 plus 3 over here, and I put 8 over here, are those two still equal to each other?
Yes.
Okay, so my question to you is this. If I add 9 here, what must I also do to this side?
Add 9.
If I add 9 to one side, I must also add it to the other. All right, raise your right hand and repeat after me. If I messed that up. All right. Whatever I do to one side of the equation. Hey, you get your hand up. Oh, you don't say that. Whatever I do to one side of the equation.
Whatever I do one side of the equation,
I must also do to the other side.
I must also do to the other side.
Very good. All right, so if I add 9 on this side, I must add 9 on this side. That makes these two equal. That makes this balance scale balanced. So now I want you to turn to page 96 in your textbook, and we're going to practice with problem number 1. I want you to write down the problem because it's going to help us solve it. So, if 23 plus 37 equals 60, then does 23 plus 37 plus 9 equals 60 plus 9. I don't want you to answer. I know you're probably smart enough to answer. That's great. I just want you to write down the equation. All right, for my video homies, here you go. If 23 plus 37 equals 60, then does 23 plus 37 plus 9 equal 60 plus 9? We're about to find out. Okay, so I like to look at my original equation, and I like to write that on both sides of my balance scale. 23 plus 37, what's the other side supposed to be?
60.
60, because here's my equal sign, here's my equal sign, that's what makes an equation. Okay, does 23 plus 37 equal 60? That's what first we have to answer.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. So I'm saying if I add 9 to 23 plus 37, and I add 9 to 60, do those two equal each other?
Yes.
Yes, they do. Now I'm going to model for you exactly how I want you to answer these problems, thanks to Henry. All right, so yes, these do equal each other because, write this down with me, because the addition property of equality states that if I add a number to one side of the equation, I must also add it to the other side. Okay. I added 9 to one side and added 9 to the other, making them equal. When you get that done, I want you to go. We did that first You all alone, Garrett? All by myself. Alright, this time I want you to pat your head with your right hand and rub your tummy. That one might be a little distracting. So use your right hand to pat your head, your other right hand, Garrett, and rub your tummy with the left. That's enough. I don't want you to take away any of your brain cells. Okay, so when you're finished with that, I want you to do problem number 2 for me. Now, I want you to write your answer just how I modeled my answer. Being very specific, because it's that math vocabulary that's going to get you to advance on that performance assessment. Hey guys, hope everything went well for you today. Hope you're feeling better, and make sure you watch this video and work on the 4-1 practice when you get back. I'm also going to send this link as a link on Google Classroom. Have a great day. Bye.